What's going on, guys? It's Maddie with the Shred Academy.
Summer is coming and it's time to clean up those bad jump habits. If you've been feeling sketchy, inconsistent, or just not progressing, you might be making one of these 3 common mistakes. Today, I'm going to break down 3 bad habits that are holding you back from jumping, and more importantly, show you what to do so instead you can send it with confidence this season. The first bad habit we're going to talk about are those pre-bounces you're doing on the way to the lip of the jump. Let's find out why they're not a good idea. Mountain bike jumps are all about timing. So if you're doing these up and down motions on the way to the lip, you're just gonna mess up your timing that needs to happen starting at the bottom of the lip. And you can see it happen right here. Oh, I got stuck in between a pre-bounce right when I should have been actually doing my body weight preload. Let's watch this at speed and you can see me almost freeze because my timing is off. Oh, there it was. One more time. There it was. I hope you guys can see that I get kind of stuck right here. So the very first thing these pre-bounces are going to do is throw off your timing for the jump. After throwing off your timing, you're unsettling your suspension before you want it to be settled for it to go off the lip. It might seem okay to do these pre-bounces on these perfect jump practice trails, but if you get out into the real trail and you're doing this, there might be some rocks or roots, and doing these pre-bounces is going to unsettle your body and not let the suspension work to eat up these bumps and roots that are actually going to be in real mountain bike trails. As you approach the jump, you want to be nice and still on the bike. Notice as I come in, I'm not bouncing around. I'm letting my suspension eat up whatever bumps are on the trail, and I'm in a nice, relaxed attack position. I'm not hunched all the way down to the bar. I have good body bike separation while still having a slight bend in my elbows and a slight bend in my knee. And I continue this form all the way to the point where I'm going to preload. And then off the lip we go. The only reason that you should be pumping is if there is a roller to actually pump. And then the rest of the way to the lip, you want to be still in that relaxed attack position until you get to the point of body weight preload, and then off the lip we go. The second bad habit we're going to talk about today is forcing our body weight into the fork and the rear shock at the bottom of the lip. It's doing a lot to hurt your progression. This may be one of the worst habits. As you're approaching the lip, you want your preload to be nice and smooth so your movements up the lip are nice and smooth. If you're coming in and forcing your body weight into your fork and your rear suspension, there is no way you're going to hold that suspension compressed as you travel up the lip. That suspension is going to start to push you up directly after you've pushed it down. And then that suspension will be rebounded completely before your bike even leaves the lip. Not to mention, this forceful preload usually leads you to do a stand up to the jump or 2-wheeled lift, if you will. And that means your whole bike is going to be unweighted before it's even left the lip of the jump. Why? Use the jump to get air. Don't jump up the jump. You're trying to jump off the jump. If you're looking for good MTB jump form, starting off this way is not going to lead you in the right direction. It's going to lead you to bad form off of the bat. Do you ever see one of the elite free riders preload like that before a jump? A good MTB preload is barely noticeable. You're literally just setting your body weight down into the bike so it can create its own suspension preload with the force of your weight going into it as it makes this direction change. There's no need to be pushing your body weight into it. All you need to do is set your weight down and get ready to accept the lip. And this is where all of your suspension preload is going to happen. Not right here. It's even more important with jumps that are bigger. As I come across this pump roller, pump, look, nice and relaxed. Now, there was my bodyweight preload. You could barely see it right there. It wasn't a big push into the bike. It literally was just setting my weight easily down into the suspension. You can see it better here. Nice and easy preload. Right there. Not forcing, just setting my weight down. The faster you're going at jumps, the less actual preload you'll actually see and notice. Our next bad habit is going to be not accepting the lip as you're going up the transition. Are you trying to jump or do you want to stay on the ground? Not accepting the transition of the jump. After we've made our slight body weight preload, we've got this transition to go up. And in this transition, our bike is going to go from riding down the trail to then transitioning and changing its angle to be going up the ramp. And our body needs to do the same thing. So if you're bringing your chest down to the bar through this transition, you're taking several key factors away from a successful jump. First one is you're putting all of your body weight over the front wheel as it's trying to take off from the ramp and should be completely unweighted. This body form gives you no ability to create a counterweight to unweight this front wheel as it leaves the ramp. So as soon as this front wheel leaves, it's going to start to dive. There it goes. As soon as I leave, it dives. Now, secondly, because we weren't able to bring our body back to create a good counterweight, I can't pick the bike up towards me and roll it forward. And as well, this rear shock is going to rebound and send the rear wheel up to my butt. This leaves for no bike control in the air. Let's take this to a bigger jump. As I'm coming up the lip, notice my chest directly down towards the bar. This leaves me with no ability to use my body as a counterweight to unweight this front wheel as it leaves the exit of the ramp. As the front wheel leaves the exit of the ramp, I have no room to really kind of explode upwards and kind of take the bike with me. I'm just going to have to hold on for whatever ride it's going to take me, which as soon as this rear wheel leaves, it's going to kick me forward. And we don't make it. Not accepting the transition on steeper, bigger lips like this can lead to serious consequences and usually getting kicked OTB. Luckily, I was able to hold on to this because, in all honesty, I was scared. Accepting the lip after our initial bodyweight preload is one of the most important steps because it's literally us accepting going up the ramp and going in the air. If our body weight's going to stay over top of the bike, this front wheel will never be unweighted enough to leave the ramp and continue upward until the rear wheel clears the ramp as well. My bike and body are going down trail. As a direction change is made, I accept that direction change, allowing me to create a good counterweight for that front wheel. And as my rear wheel is about to leave, I have plenty of room to explode up and over my bike and then pick the bike up, take it with me, and roll it forward to create a nice, smooth landing. None of this would be possible if I came in with my chest to the bars. I'd like to leave you with one last thought. If you're using speed to clear jumps, your progression will be short-lived. Once you get to bigger jumps, you're going to be looking for more speed that just isn't there. You want to be focused on good form. Let the speed come.
Well, guys, that's going to do it for this episode. I hope that this summer is your best summer for mountain bike progression yet. If you enjoyed this content, please let me know in the comments. And always make sure to like, share, and subscribe. If you want to help us continue, please become a Patreon. We're only surviving because of them. If I don't see you until the next episode, guys, ride hard, ride safe, rubber side down.